Hi all, welcome to this, the second video in our urban geography section, and the first video that's going to look at our first case study, which is Glasgow. Now, like I've said earlier, in the case study, we're really going to be looking at the changes that have happened to Glasgow, and looking at the changes that have happened in the different urban areas in Glasgow. Now, first, and in today's video, we're going to start with the CBD. Now, the first thing to say, and it seems like a really ridiculous statement, but Glasgow CBD is busy. You've all been to the city centre in Glasgow, you've all seen how busy it is. But why is it that busy? Now, there's a lot of different factors that lead to this. One of them, it's the largest shopping area in the UK outside London. So you've got a huge number of people go there to visit the shops and actually buy things. And you've equally got another huge number of people who go there to actually work in all of those shops. It's the main employment area in the greater Glasgow area. It seems a bit obvious to say that, but it's worth noting that we've got a huge amount of people who work there, not only in the shops that make up the CBD, but also in the office buildings as well. Now, it's also a focus for tourism around Scotland. Huge numbers of tourists that are going to be visiting a huge number of areas in Scotland will use Glasgow as their hub. The airport's there, you've got a huge amount of public transport links there as well. And we've also got two universities in the city centre. We've got Glasgow Caledonian University and we've got Strathclyde University. So again, you've got all of the staff associated with those universities and all of the students who are going in and out and visiting these areas every single day. So all of these things add up to Glasgow's CBD being an extremely busy area. So what's changed? Now, in this video, we're going to look at two main areas of change in Glasgow's CBD. The first is transport. Now, the first question, I suppose, is why did we need changes to the transport network, the transport system in Glasgow's CBD? Now, first off, the system that we have in Glasgow's CBD is something that's called a grid iron system. So if you look at the road network on a map, it looks like a grid. You've got roads travelling in reasonably straight lines, and they're intersected by other roads that are travelling at 90 degrees, so they get intersected in a perpendicular way. Now, most of these junctions have got traffic lights on them, and that results in a huge amount of congestion. So this is really inefficient. As a way to get around, you spend more time stopped than you do travelling, and it can be a huge issue for businesses in the CBD. If the traffic isn't going, that's a delivery that's late. If the buses aren't travelling, it's a bus full of tourists that's late. If it's cars that can't get travelling, it's somebody trying to attend a meeting who's late. And all of this represents lost revenue, lost money. So, what was done about it? What was done to try and address this issue? Now first, we've got the M8 and the M74 pass close, but not quite through the CBD, reducing through traffic. Now, I did give these motorways a little bit of a slagging off during today's lesson, but it is important to note that while they pass very close to the CBD, you don't need to drive through the CBD in order to get around Glasgow. You can use the motorway. We've got a lot of one-way and pedestrianised streets. We mentioned Buchanan Street and Suckyhall Street, Argyle Street as well, another main shopping area where cars aren't allowed to travel. And we've also got a very large public transport network. Now, we've got the largest rail network outside of London, has Glasgow as its hub, so it's very, very easy to get into the city centre from a large number of places. And we've also got a large number of bus lanes, so it's very easy to navigate the city centre, get in and out via the road network as well. So what are we going to look at next? So that's a quick rundown of transport. What about shopping? Now again, why did shopping have to change in the CBD? Now, out of town shopping centres, and out of town indoor shopping centres specifically, put the CBD under huge pressure. The two big examples, Braehead Shopping Centre, it's got over 120 shops and approximately 300,000 shoppers every week. And Silverburn Shopping Centre, it's got over 130 shops and 500,000 shoppers a week. Why do they go there? There's a lot of shops in one place. It's undercover. You've also got a huge amount of parking that's undercover as well. All of these things add up to make it a very attractive place to go. The CBD needs to respond to that kind of pressure. So what does it do? What was done? So one, we see more indoor shopping centres in the CBD. Buchanan Galleries. We also mentioned the Argyle Arcades, St Enoch's Centre, the Savoy Centre. These are all examples of indoor shopping centres in the CBD. We also see a lot more undercover parking being provided. There's a St Enoch's Centre car park, Buchanan Galleries has a car park, and there's numerous other private Q Park car parks and NCP car parks throughout the CBD. This makes it more attractive. You know you can get in with your car, and you know you'll be able to park your car. Easier access via public transport. It's one thing, Braehead and Silverburn both have transport links, but neither of them have the range of extensive transport links that Glasgow CBD has, both through the rail and the bus network. A big push has been for areas to get more exclusive destination stores. Now, a destination store is a shop that you are going to specifically go to because it's famous, because it's a big deal. A really big example of this is Hamleys in the St Enoch's Centre. Every Christmas, Hamleys is flooded with families going in to buy gifts. And the Hamleys in the St Enoch's Centre is the only Hamleys that's not in London. We've also got large upmarket designer areas in Glasgow's CBD. There's the Merchant City and the Italian Centre, where again you've got a lot of very upmarket designer outlets. Last, attractions. Throughout the year, the CBD will have a lot of different events and different things happening. There's ice rinks up here, there's the Christmas markets, street musicians, so on and so forth. You've got a huge amount of different entertainment that goes on in the CBD that just gives people another reason to go there. The CBD also has a wider range of bars, restaurants, nightclubs, things like this, that they encourage that diversity in order to encourage people to visit the CBD over indoor shopping centres in a more out-of-town location. Now I'm going to wrap that up here. We will move on to some other videos after the prelims, and we'll look at changes in the inner city and changes in the suburbs. But for today, that's everything, so I'll see you guys next time.